I know what you're thinking. Okay, red hair, new me. First, sorry, my lips are chapped. Give me a hot second. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Guys, this is probably my 5th take for this. This morning I did a take, but then I had my hair colored, so then it got cut and I realized I didn't really like that take, but this is my 5th take for this version with my hair. Guys, I'm going insane because this stuff's usually really easy for me, but anyway. This is Gabby's Gabs, where basically I constantly just gab about topics, stuff, advice. Not really advice, I hate that word, I hate it. But, just stuff that like makes me really love it, love the vibes, love creating, love, it's basically me writing but on podcast video, whatever. I don't care. Anyway, based on the title, you can tell that I want to talk about things that I love or have been loving lately. It's going to be divided into 3 parts. First are habits. So like things that I have been doing that have completely changed my life that I love. I'm not a wellness coach. I am an unprofessional person. I am just a girl living in this world as a 25-year-old. Second is media. Like media I've been consuming. Videos, songs, whatever. Okay. Third is the flagged portion. Flagged? Why is it flagged? It's flagged because it's more like consumerism, apparel. Basically, it's like stuff I love, but you may necessarily not have it, but I'm not pushing you to buy it, but it's just stuff that I love. Okay? I'll explain that towards the end. Anyway, sorry, my mom was calling. Anyway, basically, I saw Emma Chamberlain do this on her podcast, and I've only recently started listening to it, and I actually realized that it's a good time passer, or when I don't listen to music at the gym because I'm always wired in, I listen to the podcast, and I didn't realize that I was already walking for an hour, and I learned a lot just from things that she likes. And it's not even things that that I have to buy or that I'm influenced to buy. It's just like habits and stuff. Anyway, so sorry, can't decide freeing my chair while pull. Anyway, so the first part are the habits that I've been really enjoying, and the first thing is my cycling classes in general, and my fitness grind. So before I'm not moving to Manila. Just keep that clear. Before I got back here, I decided to really invest in my fitness this year, meaning I would pay to go to pay extra classes in the gym just so I could, be unlimited and do all of these things basically. And I did that and I love it. This is the first year where I've been really happy working out. Like I'm not just like, working out for movement, working out for like a means to an end, whatever. No, this is the first time that I'm working out and I'm genuinely enjoying it, like genuinely. Okay, so I decided, you know what? Why don't I try these classes? Thing is, when I did cycling classes when I was younger, like in high school, I hated it. Like I genuinely hated it. Okay, clarify that though. I went with my best friend at the time, and I really loved it, doing it with her. It was fun, it was all these things. But I think after the workout, I just felt extra exhausted mentally and not get that endorphin high because it was like a rave. You go to cycling classes, you're in front of a mirror and the lights are literally flickering on and off, and the instructor's like shouting and you're going up and down and you're jumping. It just felt a lot, like so much. Because my gym is more of like, they have more elderly people. It was really nice that I just went to a normal cycling class. You got music, got an instructor, got a bike, all good. And I loved it. And that was the sort of launching point from where I wanted to do all of the things that I wanted to do physically. I started yoga. I really got into Pilates. And now I do so many other things like stretch and walk, and I also go to the gym more regularly. Like aside from these classes, I also enjoy being able to lift weights, which is kind of crazy because I was able to lose 10 pounds since December, and it's only March now. I know that's probably not a lot, but for me it has been a lot, because I had bad habits. I'll do it in another video, but I feel like I'm glowing. I feel like I'm literally glowing. The second one is eating 2 hard-boiled eggs in the morning. Highly recommend this. Before having your coffee, before having anything, I have 2 hard-boiled eggs in the morning. After I drink my juices and my vitamins and my minerals and whatnot, I have 2 hard-boiled eggs in the morning with my breakfast. So I have rice with my breakfast and whatever ulam I have. I'll have 2 hard-boiled eggs, and honestly, it has cured me so much, because in 2021 I had insanely low iron, and my mom's anemic, like heavily anemic. So the doctor said I wasn't anemic. You're not anemic, you just have insanely low iron. So I said, okay, fair, whatever. Anyway, so then I started introducing 2 hard-boiled eggs in my diet in the morning, and my dad's a nutritionist, and he recommended this actually, and I loved it so much. Not recommended it, he told me to do it. I just have been a hard-headed bitch, so I don't listen to him, but I did that, and it was a good thing. The next thing is my 2-step skincare routine. Guys, I gotta say, okay, the problem is with me, I was an acne prone kid. I still am. I'm a very acne prone kid. I was the poster kid for acne. Adult acne, teenage acne, backne, face acne, neck acne, like, what do you call it, cleave acne, whatever. I had acne everywhere, and it was a fucking nightmare, okay? I tried everything, and let me tell you, everything. I went from Mecca to Sephora to literally, I would buy everything, okay? Nothing worked on my skin, like Glow Recipe and all of that stuff. None of that stuff worked, okay? Given though, I did have to take Accutane for, I think, 4 to 6 months, because my acne was so bad. Yeah, those are photos of the vibes, and it came back like as an adult, because I had really bad a really bad hormonal imbalance. Anyway, and then the doctor was also like, but what I did realize that it was lessening. The less that I put on my skin, it was lessening a lot. So right now, the only thing that I do is before I shower, I do a cleansing oil or I wipe my face. It's either or. If I'm wearing a lot of makeup, which I don't really now, I try not to because of my acne. So I do that, and then I'll wash my face. And I use a Korean face wash, any of the following here. And I do that, specifically Korean face wash, because I feel like with Western face washes, they don't actually clean my skin in a way where they don't leave it dry. Like, if I use a Western face wash, my skin is parched. Like, is parched what you use for insanely, like, thirsty, dry? Like, yeah, whatever. It just looks crackly. It's not glowing. It's bad. But if I use any of the Korean face washes, and I change them every now and then, hello, glow. Anyway. Then after that, I don't really count washing your face as a step, but anyway, after that, I will literally just put on moisturizer, which is my Cicaplast Balm La Roche-Posay, this, or sometimes when I'm in a summer country or it's super hot in New Zealand, I will use this Cicaplast gel. After that, if it's daytime, I will put on a sunblock every day, no fail. I will use a Ven. No fail, that, like, every day. That's pretty much it. At night, just the moisturizer. Sometimes I put retinol, and sometimes I tone my skin. Why only sometimes, girl? Like, you should be toning your skin every day. No, I tone my skin every other day or every 3 days, depending on how dry or everything is. That is because my skin barrier took so long to repair that I I was in the dumps, babe, that I am trying my best not to be so rough on my skin. If there's a bit of dirt in it, that's okay. That's okay. I can wash it off the next day, or the natural oils will do it, whatever. But look, okay, I don't have a filter on. But I just want you to know that if you have acne, literally, hang in there, okay? The next thing is my matcha water and soda water. So matcha water, babe, you don't drink it with a latte or something? I do. In New Zealand, I do. But since I got here, I realized that I like it a bit more refreshing. I like my drinks a bit more bitter. And I think I'm an almond milk snob, okay? But the only almond milk that I like is the the Countdown. Don't you dare say Woolies in front of my face, okay? I refuse to contribute to that rebrand that they spent $400 million on. Say Countdown. I like the Countdown unsweetened almond milk, the macro organics one. That's my favorite. No, I cannot have normal milk. Anyway, so that's what I really do like. But since I got here, I haven't had almond milk that I really, really like. Which is why I said, you know what, I'll just have a go at matcha water. And I do have matcha water. Unsweetened, okay? Like, it's literally matcha, water, ice. And I love it. Like, I just feel this jolt of happiness, and I love it. But I don't get the crash of regular caffeine, which is crazy. Sometimes, though, if I'm feeling a bit adventurous, I add some soda water into that. Then it's like a matcha tonic. Well, not tonic water, but soda water. Like let's just say a matcha tonic, okay? And it's really good. I insanely love it. Highly recommend it. Please do it. Okay, this next thing is something related to that. So at night in New Zealand, I would have soda water with like a few drops of apple cider vinegar. I love it, okay? Literally, when I do that the next morning, my tummy is so good in terms of like the morning poops. Do it. Like, babe, like, it's so, I just love it. Highly recommend it. And in the winter, to make that apple cider and ginger, and then turn it into boil it into a hot tea, and then add apple cider into it. It's really good. It's like a hot toddy. Is that what you call it? Like a hot toddy, like a soothing drink at night. Anyway, I super love it. Okay. Next thing is sleeping early. Guys, okay. Can I be honest with you? Ever since in high school, in grade school, everything, all of these things, I have been someone that always sleeps. Like, no fail. I sleep at 9, I sleep at 10. And I get everything done. And I love to sleep early. And that's why a way that I've upped my sleeping game is I mouth tape. Which is kind of crazy to say if you don't know. But basically what you can do is you find like mouth tape on Shopee or in Chemist Warehouse or something, or even just regular tape, and you tape your mouth at night. Sometimes I also add a sleeping mask. Depends on the vibes. If I just fall asleep and I don't have a sleeping mask, that's because I am someone that literally has to watch TV or hear sounds to sleep. But anyway, when you have literally no sense of the world, my sleep is so deep, and I highly recommend it, because I have now become a morning person, like a purely morning person, and I love it, and it's changed my life, and I'm so much better for it. And also, when you tape your mouth to sleep, it's actually really good. I don't get the bad morning breath. My face feels more chiseled. I don't grind my teeth anymore. I'm a serial teeth grinder. Yeah, pretty much. Like, there's so many benefits, okay? Yeah, I just recommend it, highly recommend it. If you want to add just a tinge bit of extra no sense, whatever, like perception, whatever, I highly recommend wearing like, what do you call that, noise cancelling headphones. It is amazing. I do that when I nap, like I power nap in the day. Highly recommend. Okay, the last one for the habits stretch of it all is doing, okay, this one my dad taught me, and he learned it from a video somewhere, and he told me about it, and it actually really helps me, especially as someone with anxiety. Is something that helps me. So I don't know what you call it, but it's like when you tap, so you tap yourself. So this is just a demo, so like I'll tap myself like this, and as I'm tapping, I remind myself of affirmations. So I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm, you know, all of these things, like you's important or whatever. I just tap, and I tap in different parts of me. And I've been doing that every morning without fail. And if I don't do that, I do stretch every morning while I say my affirmations in my head, because it's a good way to remind yourself of when you actually do have to go through it. Like let's say it's stressful at work or something like that. And I've been a barista, I've been a like bartender, all these things. When it's stressful at work, you can just do something like, and it helps me literally zone back in and just feel a bit more in my body, if that makes sense, which is always a good thing. Well, I think that's what I think it is. And stretching in the morning, yeah, that's pretty much it. Stretching in the morning, hip stretching, it's so good for you, I think. That's for me at least. So I have to do cuts in between takes just because I need to drink water, I need to reconvene, do all of these things, and also I feel like I babble on for so long that I just need to zone out and not do that. But we're on to the media section, okay? I always pre-prepare all of these things so that I don't forget everything that I say, and I actually, like, I genuinely like what I'm saying. Like, you know, like, I actually love all of these things, and these are, like, life-changing for me. So just skip to the sections that, you know, you would say, whatever. Or even pause. What I usually do, I pause a YouTube video, and I just come back to it. I don't know if I just Gabby-splained all of this, but whatever, I don't care. Anyway, media. Guys, adolescence on Netflix. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but it's literally changed my life. Like, I stayed up really late last night, and I'm someone that really loves my sleep, but this show on Netflix, it's a 4-part series, 40 to 50 minutes per episode, one take, amazing. And this is no spoilers, because the whole basis of the show is that it's not a whodunit, it's a why. But yeah, this 13-year-old boy kills this 13-year-old girl who is, I'm not sure if she's 13, but she's young. They're kids. And you're kind of like, well, you hear about these crimes all the time. As a woman, I'm like, okay, like, yeah, duh, but this sort of dissects it in a way that's blames it not just on the parents, not just on, you know, it blames it on things that we can change as a collective society, and it's brilliant. It's amazing. As someone that has a brother this age, I made my parents watch it. Like, I'm making my parents watch it. It's beautiful. It's life-changing. And there are things that I know that when I do say that's like, oh, it's life-changing, whatever, I know it deep in my brain that it is life-changing. So I'm really glad, you know, that I get to share that. Another one is Sex in the City. So in New Zealand, we don't have Sex in the City. It's on Neon, but I'm not going to pay an extra $12 to do that. But I have Netflix here in Manila, and the Netflix here in Manila has Sex in the City, and I love it. Actually, I can't understand if I hate it or I love it, but I love it. I love the glamour of it. I love everything. The person that I love the most, though, and I know that she's not that loved, but I love Miranda. Big couldn't handle Miranda. Like, I love her so much. To me, as a character, she ages well. Like, I don't know what happens in Just Like That in the reboot, whatever. I don't fucking care about that. But what I do care about is that Miranda's such a good character. who she is in the 90s as someone that like that, it's amazing. I think it's phenomenal. I love it so much. I love her. I love Samantha. I'm okay with Charlotte. I really dislike Carrie, but I love the show. I can't decide whether I love it or I hate it, or that because I'm just so like annoyed by it, I love it, you know? But I highly recommend it. Now we're gonna go to YouTube, okay? I am in love with these two vloggers at the moment, okay? I have my favorite vloggers that I really watch, and they really have like a really high following, and that's Moya Mawini and Aliyah Zaita. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but those are their names. But the ones I've really been loving lately is these two girls. Okay, one of them is Cecilia Nadia. She's an Indonesian girl based in Berlin. That's literally her bio. And yeah, you just see her life in Berlin, and it's amazing. I love the way that she films. I feel like it's so cozy, and I'm just there with her. I'm also incredibly loving Lois Park. I found her vlogs because it was like 30s living in Brooklyn, and I was like, you know what? I really don't think I've seen a 30-year-old vlogger, or like a vlogger in their 30s, that it's like, you know, a simple life that I aspire to have. And I watched it and I really loved it, you know, and it was nice. So these two, like, blow them up. I love them so much. Okay, this is a bit late to the trend, I'm so sorry, but Mad Men, I'm only on season 3 though, so if I go any further and I decide that I dislike it, I will go back to this video and say that I really dislike it. But I love Mad Men. It's amazing. Phenomenal. I literally, no notes. I love it so much. But I have yet to decide whether or not I actually really super love it. So, another one is Emma Chamberlain's podcast. Guys, I'm late to the train, and I knew all about the hate that was going on before. Like, everyone was like, oh, you know, she's just hating on a college education, like that whole controversy or whatnot. And like, oh, it's obvious that Emma Chamberlain's podcast is someone that has not been to college, whatever. Like, okay, but have you listened to it when you want to just do something? You know, like, I listen to it when I go for a hot girl walk and I don't want to listen to music. Or I listen to it while I cook. I listen to it just as a time passer. It's actually really good. Like, I find it really, really interesting, at least. Like, there are a lot of things that I don't agree. Not a lot, but there are things that I don't agree with, and I'm like, ugh. But just because I don't agree with something doesn't mean I stop listening to it, because I want to understand where she comes from. But also just because I'm not really a podcast person. So it's just I know, ironic. It's just something that I've gotten into lately, and I absolutely love. Lastly, on our media list is Charm by Clairo. I've literally been listening to Charm since June last year, and I've been through all the seasons: winter, summer, spring, and autumn. And it's absolutely chef's kiss. It's beautiful. It's perfect for all seasons. It's a beautiful dinner album. It's an amazing morning wake up album as well. Like, it's amazing, and I'm really happy that I saw her in Laneway. But also, it's just a really good album, so I highly recommend it on the media list. Guys, last but not least, the apparel, consumerism, and flag section of this video. I feel like I've been talking for forever, but when I was listening it down, and when I talk in my mind, I don't feel like it lasts that long. But anyway, okay. First thing is our soft headbands. Okay, I've been really into it. I work out with it, and I do everything with my Baobei, like the, do you call it a soft headband, but the one that goes like that. I know that it's like, oh, is it just a trend or whatever. I've been using a soft headband for so long, and I don't care that I have a 5 head that is you know, I don't care about any of that stuff. It's just so good. Highly recommend it. Another thing, and I know what you're gonna say, like, girl, this is so basic of you, but I love my Sunny's flask. Okay, guys, look, it has my name. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but it has my name. It says Gabebe on it with like the Japanese keyboard emojis, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I know people say that, you know, okay, story time. My Frank Green broke right before my flight to Manila, which really bugged me because I didn't pay for it. It was a gift, but at the same time, a Frank Green bottle is pretty darn expensive. It's around 80 New Zealand dollars, which means that's around 3,500 pesos, which is a lot, I would say. Then I realized that if you get this one, it's tiny, it's so cute, and I actually love it. And it does keep it cold. In the tiny one, you can put hot coffee, hot tea, whatever. I have buko juice in mine. But, guys, by the way, I don't think you can put soda water inside a stainless steel container. Just a PSA. I would double check the science for that. But anyway, highly recommend it. Another thing that I've really been loving are these. Like the inhalers, the mint ones. Sometimes I just open it, I'm like, guys, literally life-changing. They help me. And it's not like a oral fixation like a mint that when you pop it in, I'm like chewing that mint to death. No, it's completely different. I only recently got into makeup that I can confidently say that, damn, I am good at makeup, okay? But if there's one thing that I highly recommend in my makeup, it's my Get Ready With Me On The Glow highlighter. And I don't want to influence someone to buy something that they don't really need, but this is something for me specifically that has helped throughout winter and summer, because in summer it makes me look glowy, dewy, beautiful, mwah. In winter, it makes my almost breaking, crackling face look just like it's alive, it's snatched and beautiful, okay? I love Get Ready With Me. I have so much stuff from them. And I love Filipino brands for makeup. I think I only really use Filipino brands for my makeup. And it's chef's kiss. They're amazing. They're one of the best ever. I am a big fan of their blush, their liquid blush. You know, I'll just put it here. I don't know if it's a liquid blush, but I think it's also like a liquid lip tint and whatnot. And it's so good. I have mine in Pablo, I think. Or buttercream. Whatever, just check that. Next one is my Issey concealer. I use the shade YM 3.5 and I absolutely love it. I use a concealer only every now and then, but it's great because I've used it in a cold country in New Zealand. I've used it where during the winter it doesn't clump up and it's really nice on my skin specifically. I've also used it in the summer where I sweat, yes, but it doesn't feel kind of gross when you sweat through makeup and then it feels dirty. This one doesn't. I still feel airy. It still feels great. And these 3 lip products. One is from Sunny's Face, which is the Lip Treat in Sakura, which is what I'm wearing now. It's like a lip balm lipstick kind of thing. This one is my go-to base. Everywhere I go, I have this just because it's a good lip balm, but also it just is the same color as my lips. This one is the Issey Hydra Gloss in shade, God, what's the shade? In shade Knockout. This one, literally, lip volumizing, amazing. I love this. I think there's like a Fenty Beauty Heat whatever. This one is so much better. That's my opinion, by the way. This one is so much better. Mainly, I know that it's not like hot and it doesn't, like, it's not actually like hot that it makes your lips plump like that, but it's really good. Yeah, I just love it. Lastly, the Get Ready With Me lip booze in tequila. I love this. This is a sort of like sheer lipstick that gives it a slight glossy but not really lip glossy glow. Anyway, these three lip tint, whatever, this is what I juggle, and I just love it. Okay, it's chef's kiss. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. Guys, I've also been extremely loving these glasses. This is from the new Sunny's drop, and they're so gorgeous. Okay, I have been wanting cherry red glasses for a while now. Like, I've really been wanting, and I know it's like, oh, but girl, how many glasses do you need? I know that, but the thing is, for me, this is my main vice. Accessories are my main vice, and I just love them. And they're from the new drop, and they also sort of like give a Miu Miu vibe, and I love them. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. This has been a long episode, so thank you for watching. Love me.